Hubby, have you ever looked at a giant tree, or even your own hand and wondered, what's the smallest, most fundamental building block of all this? Well, today we're diving deep into the microscopic world to answer that very question. Let's talk about cells. So, what is a cell? Imagine a house. A house is made of bricks, right? Each brick is a basic unit that, when put together with many others, creates a whole building. A cell is the smallest, most basic unit of life. It's the tiniest structure that can carry out all the functions necessary for something to be considered alive. Every living organism you can think of, from the smallest bacterium to the largest blue whale, is made up of cells. Some organisms, like bacteria, are just a single cell. Others, like us humans, are made of trillions of them, all working together in perfect harmony. Now, let's take a closer look at what's inside. We'll start with a plant cell. Think of it like a little fortress. On the very outside, it has a strong, rigid layer called the cell wall. This wall is made mostly of a tough material called cellulose, and it provides structural support and protection. It's what helps plants stand up straight and tall. Just inside the cell wall is the cell membrane. This layer is more flexible and acts like a gatekeeper, controlling what goes in and out of the cell. Selectively permeable, meaning it's quite picky about what it lets pass through. Next we have the cytoplasm. This is a jelly-like substance that fills up the entire cell, and it's where most of the cell's activities happen. Think of it as the factory floor where all the work gets done. Suspended within this cytoplasm are various tiny structures called organelles, each with a specific job. But the most prominent organelle, often called the brain of the cell, is the nucleus. The nucleus is the control center. It contains the cell's genetic material, the DNA, which holds all the instructions for everything the cell does, how it grows, how it functions, and how it reproduces. It's like the head office, directing all operations. Plant cells also have some unique features. One of the most important is the chloroplast. These are the little green powerhouses where photosynthesis happens. This is why plants are green. Another key feature is a large central vacuum. It's a big water-filled sac that takes up a lot of space. It stores water, nutrients, and waste products. And it also helps maintain pressure against the cell wall, keeping the cell firm. Now, let's shift our focus to an animal cell. At first glance, it looks a bit different. One major difference is that animal cells don't have a cell wall. They are only enclosed by a flexible cell membrane. This is why animal bodies are soft and flexible, unlike the rigid structure of a plant. They also don't have chloroplasts because animals don't make their own food through photosynthesis. They get their energy by eating other things. And while they do have vacuoles, they are much smaller and more numerous than the large central vacuole in a plant cell. But there are many similarities to just like a plant cell. An animal cell has a nucleus that acts as its control center, containing all the DNA. It also has cytoplasm filling the cell, where all the chemical reactions take place. It has that all-important cell membrane, carefully regulating what enters and leaves. Both cell types share many other organelles too, like mitochondria, the powerhouses that generate energy for the cell's activities, and ribosomes, the tiny factories that build proteins. So, to recap the key differences, plant cells have a rigid cell wall, a large central vacuole, and chloroplasts. Animal cells, on the other hand, lack a cell wall and chloroplasts, and have smaller, more numerous vacuoles. These differences in structure are directly related to their different functions and ways of life. Plants are stationary producers, making their own food. So they need the rigid support of a cell wall and the food-making machinery of animals, are mobile consumers, needing flexibility to move around and find food. Understanding cells is fundamental to understanding all of biology. From how we get energy from our food, to how we grow and heal, to how diseases work, it all comes down to what's happening at the cellular level. These tiny, intricate structures are the foundation of all life on Earth. Each one is a bustling city of activity, a miniature world of its own. Whether it's a plant cell soaking up the sun or an animal cell powering a muscle, they are all incredible feats of nature. Next time you see a leaf or feel your own heartbeat, take a moment to appreciate the trillions of tiny biological machines working tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a reminder that even the biggest and most complex things in life are built from the smallest, most humble beginnings. Thanks so much for joining me on this microscopic journey today. I hope you found it as fascinating as I do. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the amazing world of science, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. Drop a comment below with any questions you have or what you'd like to see next. Until then, stay curious.